allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone.
If we can call to speak regarding swimming or band teacher center, Tamara Nezazan and Emma and Patricia Gold.
Okay. Would somebody like, the three people that, the same one name, presenter, Emma? Would somebody like to, no?
I will.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Thank you.
A group of us that started the swimming team just wanted you to hear our little blurb. I'm not looking to give them to you, but it's probably going to take a little more time, so I'm not going to do that right now. But I know that we shouldn't take cuts personally, and it still does affect many individuals. In the proposed cutting of all swimming levels, we would like you to reconsider. Many alumni swimmers would appreciate you to look at maybe other options. One of the alumni swimmers wanted me to mention here is Mrs. Shelley Fox Peterson. She wanted to add that it's the best thing I ever did in high school, and it took her. She was a very shy kid, and it helped her out a lot. It was her first year here. She got to know everybody, and that was a lot of sports, a lot of extracurricular activities. That's how you get involved with other people in this school. And it turned this shy little person into someone who had more confidence. And when looking at the budget and raises that are to be given, we believe that every position should be looked at. The 2014 cost of living raise is 1.5%, and the average raise to all individuals in the United States this year is 2.9% approximate. And raises that exceed this maybe should be looked at just at this time because it is a crisis time for our budget. And remember that this is not personal, just like cuts aren't, and it shouldn't be. But it's just an idea to consider to assist our school and our community in this time of the budget crisis. It's a crisis all over, not just in here. And we would like you to consider just keeping, even if you just kept varsity swimming and did a Pee Wee swim program like we had before, look at other options. Options that are less expensive, options that are still going to save these girls that are behind you that love their program. I really wish that you would just at least consider keeping some of the swimming program. We had a lot of personal bests broke this year. We had 3 official school records broke this year. We have a swimming record board. Like, let's keep all that stuff. So you can just at least look at a lot of areas. And I know that there's lots more cuts to be made, but just as a more on swimming team, we wanted to mention it to you.
Well, thank you. Just so everybody understands the difficulty we have as a group making these types of cuts, and every cut that we make is looked at very, very carefully. We do that with the best interest of the students in mind, with the smallest impact to the overall student body, and with the smallest impact to the school. And there's no cuts that we like to make and no cuts we usually make. And if we didn't have to do it, maybe we are looking aggressively for other solutions, but sometimes those other solutions just don't exist. So, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
I'll go next. I have a letter from myself and from my youngest daughter, who's in the 6th grade. My name is Trish Gotham. I am a parent of Emma Gotham, who is on the varsity swim team right now. And I have a niece that's also on the swim team, and a daughter who wants to join the swim team next year from in 7th grade, and a niece that also wants to join the swim team next year in 7th grade. We have I am also an employee here at First Knox, so I truly do understand the budget shortfalls that we have and how they affect our school in every area. But mom, knowing how hard my daughter and her teammates work on the swim team and how the swim team is as a whole, I felt necessary to come and try to fight for it. This team, I can't say enough about how much of a team they really are. They're not the type to complain about, oh, we did win, or they can't use the excuse that ref was really for that team, or they can't come up with an excuse. They own up to everything they do. They are there for each other in every stretch of imagination. They're from 12th grade to 7th grade on a swim team, and it doesn't mean, oh, once modified stops, we don't associate with them, or varsity. The older girls take the younger girls under their wings and guide them and help them. I know Emma, in her first year swimming, she'd come home and talk and say, oh, this girl did this or said this to me, or I should do this. I'm thinking, what, 11th and 12th grader is like showing a 7th grader any kind of attention, but shocks me. Being a TA, I see how the older kids, they don't intentionally, or intentionally ignore the younger kids, but they don't associate with them. In swim, it's not that way. There's girls in there that are considered popular girls. There's girls in there that are under the radar, and maybe people don't see them while they're in school. The swim team, that doesn't happen. Everybody is somebody on the swim team. Everybody has a strength, and everybody plays to their strengths, and the feeling you get when you watch these girls swim, I'm not sure if anybody been to a swim meet and seen them swim as a team. You need to come. Because the feeling you get when you watch these girls makes me not only as a mom proud, but to be associated with this school proud. We had the record breaker this year. The first record she broke this year was in Potsdam. The whole team, including modified, jumped up, rushed her, hugging, tears were coming down. And it was just an unbelievable thing to witness, seeing girls from every social class in our school cheering and excited for that girl. And I don't know of any other sport that you really see that in. And I know from my daughter's standpoint, this is something she intends to do all her life. She wants to go to college and swim in college, and she's hoping the swimming will take her places. Just not a swim thing at Edwards Knox. She wants to make something of herself from swimming. And this team, there's girls that are all in the same age group right now, and I tell you what, they're making progress. They came home with ribbons this year from sectionals that Ms. Nezazan said that she hasn't seen before. They are making their mark in the swimming, and I just ask you to please try to find another way, or let us parents help in some way to keep this program going, because it means a lot to these girls, and like I said, it's just not a sport, it's who they are, and it'd be really sad to see them lose this. So a lot of the girls, this is a confidence booster, like Mandy said. So.
Can I just add a quick sentence to that? These girls represent our school the best I've ever seen. When they go up to the block, they always wish the other school good luck. You don't see that from other schools. They're representing the Cougars. And that's something Lisa Wayne started a long time ago, and Mrs. Ness has not let it stop. They're representing what our school's all about. And they always say good luck, good meet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not something you see in the other sports.
There's a girl from Potsdam School who has Down syndrome who swims. Our girls are up beside that pool, cheering, clapping her on, just as hard as Potsdam School is. The underdog, our girls are for the underdog 100%. It doesn't matter if they're from our school or from another school, they are there. They're down there cheering. Our fans, our parents, our fans that come to watch them are up in the stands cheering for them just as much as we would our own girls. It's a whole different feeling from any sport that I've ever been involved in. And the only thing I can say to you is you have to go to one to understand what I'm talking about, because it's a whole different feeling.
We understand feelings, believe me, and we also understand no matter where cuts are made, these very same feelings exist across the board.
Oh, I'm not saying that, but
And again, these are very difficult decisions, and we don't take them lightly, and
I
we
just,
feel the same way you do, and I apologize, everybody. But we certainly understand, and we appreciate you stepping forward to
I just
say
like
a
to
few
make
words.
one more point. For the girls, there are totally different walks of life in that pool.
Absolutely.
And it just amazes me, because it's not even just in the pool, it stops. It's out in the hallways, you see them still talking. And all the bullying stuff that we do in the school, and, you know, kids can't, you have to make kids feel involved or feel like they're part of something. That swim team does it. And they do it on their own. It's not like it's been forced on them, they just do it on their own. And
We
it's just
understand, and
amazing.
we do understand, and
Oh, I understand the stuff that you all have to go through too.
we do appreciate your passion for this.
Well, if you go to one and you see how they swim, you will feel the same way.
Just to let, there's one student swimmer, wants to be a swimmer, did send a note, all the board members have a copy of that note, but because they didn't necessarily have said they wanted their name shared, they just got a copy of it. So I just want that child to know that I have it here and it's on everybody's computer.
I hope to present to you some viable options to save the swim team here. I am Tamora Nizazan, the coach of the Edwards Knox swim team. I've coached both varsity and modified for the past 3 years. I do have someone hoping to join me as coach next year. I would like to start off by thanking all the swimmers and their families for coming here. I appreciate your support tonight. Little history about myself. I started swimming in 7th grade.
She has to have. Okay, so take a copy.
Sure. Sure, sorry about that. I started swimming as a 7th grader for a local high school. We were not good by any stretch of the imagination. But every year we got a little bit better, And my senior year we went undefeated and we sent 7 girls to states. And I believe that is possible here. And we have started making some gains in that area. Last year you guys saw our record board go up on the wall. Records are not meant to be frozen in time. Those records are meant to be broken. And we broke 3 of them last year. It has been my goal since taking over as swim coach to elevate the swim team here, to elevate the swim program to another level. Some things that I have thought of to do that include mergers with other schools. We do currently have a merger with Herman DeKalb. Thank you, Mrs. Tarner. I have also sought out mergers with other local schools that do not have pools. If we were to lose a swim team here, we would be the only school in the area with a pool without a team. So I've contacted Clifton Fine. You will find attached here on page, page 4 of your packet, an email from the athletic director at Clifton Fine stating her agreement to move forward with a merger for swimming. On the following page, page 5, an email from Harrisville's athletic director stating his willingness to move ahead with a merger. I actually had an appointment at Harrisville last Thursday, but I was denied the opportunity to go there. My sources tell me that Harrisville had an announcement for all girls interested in swimming to go to the office, and there's 5 or 6 girls at Harrisville who are interested in coming here.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yep,
Do you have a number of students from Clifton Fine that are interested?
I do not. No.
You don't have a number of them?
I have an approximate number, 5 or 6 girls. That's just word of mouth. I was not able to get a concrete number because my meeting with them did not happen. I do, however, have a roster for the Edwards Knox swimmers with one our Herman DeKalb girl and one definite Harrisville name. That number has increased from the numbers we have seen in the past, I believe, largely in part to the gains that our swimmers have made.
I'm currently taking WSI, which is Water Safety Instructor class, and it is my hope to be able to teach swim lessons here at Summer Rec, which I also believe will increase the interest in the swimming program here. In addition, I have spoken with Ms. Kelly about the possibility of having swimming races targeted at 5th and 6th graders in the springtime, of course, after all the testing is done. And all 5th and 6th grade teachers are on board with that idea as well. I understand that your job is very difficult. I have come up with, you will see on page 8, a table of proposed cuts. The estimated cost for swimming was $10,765. I have cut that number to $6,749. I have also requested the Booster Club provide funding for our officials, which would save us another $1,272. I have very dedicated swimmers and families, as you can see here. We would love the opportunity to help you provide some of this funding. So in addition to the costs that I have already come up with where I can save you money, I also contacted a few other school districts. Salmon River Girls Lacrosse exists today due to fundraising efforts, as does Messina Golf and Canton Golf. If there are ways around funding for athletics, let us raise money for our Booster Club, who can then make donations to us. I do also have an email attached stating the Booster Club's willingness to help us in any way that they can. Please reconsider.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that, and I guess it'll be part of our discussion here today.
I'm Emma Oldham from the school. I'm a freshman, and I swim in varsity. When someone asks me if I would say I'm a swimmer. Swimming is basically a lot of work. We have strokes like freestyle that lasts like 25 seconds, and then we have a 500 that lasts 6 to 8 minutes. Swimming is like a big deal for us and our team are. I have joined Tribs this year, and I believe a few other girls are joining this year too. Tribs is a all-year swim club for us to practice and stay in condition with our strength and our skills so we can do the best we can. Several of us hope that we can get into scholarships for colleges. Our swim team may be young, but we're getting better each year. I mean, we have people breaking records already. Our swim team is just not a team, it's basically my second family. Ms. Mazazan is so encouraging, and the way she coaches us makes us feel as if we are our own kids. She is more than a coach, she is someone we all respect, admire, and look up to. There's no drama, no complaining. Everyone's cheering, racing, and truly happy for the swimmer that is up and
packets, I spoke with the athletic director of Section 10. He has agreed to tailor the volleyball schedule to match the swimming schedule, so we can save money in transportation costs.
Anything else? No? Well, thank you very much. It takes some courage to come up here in front of us to do this. And we do appreciate your passion. And we will seriously consider everything you've presented us tonight. And we'll have to make a decision, obviously. We'll be after making a discussion. Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes of March 11th, 2014? Last questions and comments? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion is carried. Can I get a motion to accept the following warrants on file in the business office?
Second.
Chris. Questions or comments? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Can I have a motion to accept the claims auditor report dated March 19th? Reg. Questions or comments? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Okay. Got a long resolution.
I don't know if you, at the very end of that resolution, you need to see that, is what I emailed you today, is who's our insurance. Section 1.
Section. What's the date of that? Okay.
Tuesday, May 20th.
Tuesday, May 20th. If you give me just a second, Stu. June the 8th. I could actually probably manage my schedule to be here. That's appropriate. Sheriff, has everyone had a chance to read this motion? Everybody need to read it?
All right.
Everybody read it? Everybody understands what it is? I just want to clarify section 5 is that I will act as chairperson of the annual meeting. That's okay. So, can I get a motion to accept the resolution as amended in section 5? Sorry. Any questions or comments? All in favor? Any opposed?